I'm back in Hua Hin. There's the Hilton Hotel up there and all the restaurants setting up. It's about 11 o'clock on the morning here now. Not quiet, I suppose, because there's a lot of people around, all Thai people. And it's a holiday here, it's a Buddhist holiday, so I suppose that's why there's a lot of people who have come down from Bangkok, being only 2.5 hour drive away. Okay, I got back from Koh Samui last night, late last night actually, and it was a horrific drive. I decided to drive it in one hit. Decided to just get back. It had been raining for about 4 days in Samui. I was stuck in the hotel, couldn't go very far, couldn't do any filming. So I thought, well, the first day that the weather changes, I'll make a beeline back to Hua Hin. So I woke up yesterday morning, 4 o'clock. I've got to leave early, obviously, if you want to do it in one hit. Normally takes about 10 hours. Yesterday was an exception. I'll tell you a little bit about that. I stuck my head out the door and saw that it wasn't raining. I thought, oh, okay, go for it. Packed my bag the night before anyway. So I just loaded everything on the back of the bike and headed for the ferry port. I then got the 5 o'clock ferry. I got there at 7:30. It's only supposed to take an hour and a half, but what's happening now, because of COVID, ferries are going very slow to save fuel. I worked on ferries for a long time, so I know what they do. And they do it to save money. Obviously, if you go slower, you're not using so much fuel. And they do it for two reasons. One is to save money on fuel, and the other reason is that if they do slower trips, they have to do less trips. So say they've got 10 ferries booked over the day, can maybe cut that down to 7 by going slower and trying to fill the ferry up that way. So that's, be aware that it might take you 2.5 hours to get here, not 1.5 if you're planning on coming to Koh Samui by ferry. But anyway, getting back to yesterday, I set off at 7:30 from Donsak Pier after I got off the ferry, and wasn't raining. I thought, oh good, even the skies were a bit cloudy, but not dark clouds. I thought, oh, I'm going to be lucky here. The further north I get, maybe the clouds will break. But no, the opposite happened. As I was going north, the sky opened up and it just poured down about an hour after I got off the ferry, all the way, absolutely threw it down. I was in two minds. I thought, oh, I'll stop at a hotel, because I couldn't see where I was going. I was that much rain, it was getting in my eyes, I couldn't see. So I thought I'd just push on and get here as soon as possible. But unfortunately the rain didn't stop, and it was very, very bad. I had to stop a lot of the time. I could only go very slow. I was going at about 50 kilometers an hour rather than 80. The problem is you know, cars, they don't slow down. That's a problem that you do have if you're driving a motorbike. They come past at 140 kilometers an hour. They drive past you about 2 inches from the side of my motorbike, and it's quite dangerous. And that's why I thought I'd just push on, just get the hell out of there and get back here to Hua Hin. I arrived here about 8 o'clock last night. What would normally have taken me about 10 hours took me 12 to 13 hours. But anyway, I'm back here now. A few people walking along here and a horse looking for a customer. I'll just point this out to you. Normally the tide comes in and it goes right the way up here, and a lot of these rocks, not so much these big ones, they'll be sticking out the top of the water, but these ones here, they're underwater, and when you walk out you can cut your feet badly because there's lots of shells stuck to them with sharp edges like that. So be very careful if you come to Hua Hin. It only seems to be this beach. If you go down there, down by Kautakiab, no, there's no rocks like this, but for such a beautiful beach it can be quite dangerous because you can cut your feet, or you can fall over and maybe hit your head or stub your toes, whatever. So yeah, just be careful if you come here. To be honest, I I don't come here to swim. I come here to eat over there maybe, or just to walk along the beach, but I don't swim here because I cut my feet quite badly the first time I ventured into the water when I come here 5 years ago. As you can see, lots of Thai people. They love their Buddhist holidays, and they all like to get away from the cities and towns and come to places like this when they get the opportunity. Should be a busy weekend here, but not for Farang, for the Thai people claiming their country back, which is good for them. I think sometimes they just get sick of seeing Farang tourists coming and taking their towns over, and sometimes acting stupid and doing bad things. So now they have the opportunity because of COVID to take their country back. So now I have to decide what to do. Not just about the channel. The channel takes a lot of my time, but I came here to make a life for myself and to enjoy my life, and I love doing the channel. I really do. It's something I've taken a lot of pride in, and I really enjoy coming out filming and finding new places and traveling around the country and seeing all these beautiful beaches and temples. Fantastic way to spend your retirement, but it does cost a lot of money because I've got to stay at a hotel when I'm doing this. I've got to buy camera equipment, which is always breaking down. I had a problem in Samui where I've had to get my GoPro fixed, and it's time consuming. It takes me a lot of time to do these videos. Then I've got to edit them. If I do 3 or 4 a week, you know, that takes me at least 3 or 4 days, the filming and the editing. So it's taken a lot of my time, but I really enjoy it. The problem I have is that I'm not recognized on YouTube for what I do, and I can understand that. I think what I do maybe is a little bit boring for the average person. I think they like to see young YouTubers and all the excitement and the razzmatazz, and they're actors, you know, they're very good. I've seen some fantastic YouTubers. I don't like some of their content, but their actual way of selling the content is fantastic. They're used to it. You know, they're young people. They've been doing this at school, and they know all about computers. They know all about cameras. So it's not difficult for them. For me, it's difficult because it doesn't come natural to me. And that's the thing which I suppose it annoys me a little bit. I put a lot of time, a lot of effort into these videos, and I've got 1,000 subscribers, which thank you very much. It's fantastic. But when I look at some of the YouTubers, you know, they've got 40,000 subscribers and maybe 20,000 people every time they put a video on are viewing it. Where I've got 1,000 subscribers, I put a video on, maybe I get 200, 300, 400. Yesterday I got 500. Which is very good, and they do go up over the months because you get people looking back on them, or the people who've just started to look will look back. But it's quite disappointing to see, you know, some YouTubers which I think are average. Obviously the other people don't see it that way, because otherwise they wouldn't have 40,000 subscribers. And I see people, there's one YouTuber put on his YouTube the other day how much he earned. He earned $73,000 US in the last 12 months, and he's worth every penny of it. He's puts a lot into it, and he knows how to talk to people and get his message across. So he's worth every penny of that and more. I subscribe to him, I watch all his videos. There's more like him. There's a couple in Phuket who I love to watch, who have a coffee shop down there, Maybell's Coffee Shop. He's very good, or they're very good. Retired and Working for You, that's another one with Chris. Fantastic, and I think he's got probably one of the biggest YouTube channels in Thailand at the moment, and he's very, very good. So I'm not knocking those people at all. I'm learning from them, if anything. But I see some of these YouTubers and I think, oh my God, how does he get 30,000 subscribers for what he's doing? And I'm not, well, I am jealous. I was going to say I'm not jealous. I am jealous. I want to do the same. I want the same amount. But I'm starting to realise that's not going to happen. What I do the content I do is mainly for helping people. I don't have the razzmatazz and all the things that you need to put yourself over and make it entertaining, I suppose. So I now have to decide what to do with this channel. I want to keep doing it because I love doing it so much, but it does take a lot of my time, and you know, I need to see that it's reaching a bigger audience. Otherwise, really, you know, for 200 people to see it, it's not doing what it should be doing. If there's only 200 people want to watch it, then obviously I'm doing something wrong. So that's what I have to decide now, is what to do with the channel. I know I'd said that a couple of months ago, and I came away to do this video, slow drive to Samui, and I was hoping that would make a difference, but it hasn't. So I'm obviously doing something that people aren't really that interested in. Some are. I'm helping some people, and I get lots of good comments and questions, you know, about, oh, how you do this, or where do I go for this, and I answer them all. So I'm here to help people, but I don't think that's what most people want. I think most people want entertaining. They want razzmatazz and all this stuff that goes with the channel, and I personally, I can't do that. It's just not the way I am. It's not the way I'm built. So I need to think about that, what to do with the channel. And in the meantime, I will be doing videos again. I'll continue doing videos from here, or wherever I go out, or wherever I decide to drive to next, which brings me to the next subject: where to go to live. I put my life on hold now for 6 months and stayed in hotels, and I hate staying in hotels. They're nice to stay in when you're on holidays, but they're not nice to stay in when you're living somewhere. You can't cook, don't even have a coffee machine or a kettle in this room to make a cup of coffee if I want one. So you've got to go out all the time to eat and drink. So I need to put down some roots somewhere, and that's the next problem I have. Where are you going to do it, Jed? Where you want to live? My head's telling me Hua Hin, but my heart is saying Koh Samui. So that's the dilemma I've got, and I need to sort that out as soon as possible. I need to get my life back on track so I can rent a place, unpack all my things, and have a base. Then travel around Thailand from there, or do videos if I decide to keep going. But I do need a base. I can't just be traveling around living in hotels all the time. So that just brings you up to speed on where I am and what my plans are. They're a little bit vague because I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I want to live here or I want to live in Samui. So for the foreseeable future, I'm going to do some videos here in Hua Hin, show you what it's like living here, and hopefully they'll be of some interest to you, and see what's changed here in the last 4 to 5 weeks since I left. It's the end of the high season now, with it being May. High season finishes around about February, sometimes into March, because of the European USA winters, where a lot of people like to escape the winter and come to Thailand. Not many came this year because of COVID and because of the restrictions of entering the country that the government put in, and then they kept changing their minds about it, which confused everyone. I think a lot of people just thought, oh, sod it, I'll go to Spain, or sod it, I'll go to Jamaica. It's easier, and I think that's what's happened. And there's not many people here, but there's hardly anyone apart from the Farang who actually live here, the expats who live here. There's not many tourists coming. So I'm going to take some videos around the town, see what's changed, what's opened or what's closed. So if you haven't already done so, please push the subscribe button. It'll help me a lot. Thank you very much. And push the thumbs up button. And if you know of anyone who might like to watch my videos, push the link button and forward that to them. If you're thinking of retiring or living in Thailand, please take a look at my book, The Retiring Thailand Handbook, the first 6 months. Find it on Amazon. It's crammed full of information to help you tiptoe the logistics of making Thailand your home in retirement. Thanks a lot for watching my video. So until next time, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.